What's up guys, Fodge here for my week 4 team builder for my game against Venice. I'm going to try and make this a little shorter this time around because I know my team builders have been going on about 10 to 15 minutes lately, so try and make that a little more concise. As per usual, you can see a picture of his squad on the right hand side of your screen right now, and I'm going to walk you through my 6 mons in order of how I drafted them and why I'm bringing them this game and what they're for. So first and foremost, Empoleon, looking at Venice's team, walls a lot of it. So like for example, Pheasantipede can't do too much to me, Tentacruel can't do too much to me, Basculin can't do too much to the Empoleon, and you know, depending on sets, a few other mons can get walled by this pretty well as well also, so that's one of the main reasons why I'm bringing it. Bringing it kind of just as a mixed wall this week with a citrus berry so that it can't get two shot by certain things. Flip turn is here to slow pivot out. Knock off because it looks very spammable and good against his team. He's got an Eviolite user in the Sliggoo. He's got an Unburden user in the Driftblim that obviously doesn't want to have his item knocked off. Knocking out the boots off of Talonflame can make it more susceptible to Stealth Rocks, which would be really good. So knockoff is really good and spammable against his team. I have Roost for a little bit of longevity, and Roar to scare out some of his scary setup sweepers, namely the Torterra and the Driftblim. Second up, I got Choice Banded Flygon this week. Looks very good into his team. Pretty much everything except for the Torterra does not want to take either an Earthquake or a Stone Edge. I guess Ursaring could take them pretty well as well, but not, too comfortably. U-turn and first impression are here for the Torterra, so if Torterra is not set up, I will likely just click U-turn. If Torterra is set up and I need a quick way to kill it, first impression Banded Flygon kills it handily. So, good mon for this game. Thirdly, I have Aretha Franklin the Comfey running a Mirror Herb set this time, which is pretty cool. So this is going to be my switch in to Torterra or Driftblim. I see either of them hit the field. I'm going to go hard Comfey, try and copy either a Shell Smash or a Calm Mind. And my set this week, max HP, max Fizz Def, so I can take hits from that Torterra. I can beat Driftblim with Calm Mind spams. And my attack is extremely low so that the Driftblim can't strength sap much HP from me. I have Draining Kiss for the priority stab healing move, stored power, so if I end up in a spot where I get a lot of boosts, I can just sweep, potentially. And Pollen Puff is mainly to beat that Torterra. So if I steal his Shell Smash and he stays at -1 defense, or -1 special defense, Pollen Puff actually one-shots it. Fourth, I got Eldegoss here. The main reason I have Eldegoss on this team is the Aromatherapy move. I feel like he's going to want to try and burn things like my Houndstone with either Flame Body or Will-O-Wisp from Talonflame. And I have Rest on this Gigalith set that you'll see in a moment. So Aromatherapy is very good value for those two potential situations. Eldegoss also gives me my Hazard removal for this week in Rapid Spin. I kind of prefer this over Defog in this game because I want to keep rocks on his side of the field. And his removal isn't the best, right? I mean, he's got Rapid Spin Tentacruel, I can block it with Houndstone, and he's got Defog on Talonflame and Driftblim, but again, my team's a little harder to warrant clicking Defog against because I have the potential to have competitive on my Empoleon, so that's an extra thing my opponents need to potentially think of before clicking Defog. Furthermore, the funny thing about Eldegoss in this game is it's really bad against half of his team and really good against the other half, right? So against things like Pheasantipede or Talonflame or Sliggoo or Driftblim, this thing really cannot do anything. But against the rest of his team, right, like Golduck, Palisand, Basculin, Torterra, this Eldegoss can put in pretty good work. So max HP, max Fizz Def wall here. This is another thing designed to potentially beat that Torterra if it does get set up, because that is one of the main ways I'm scared of losing this game. Fifth, I've got my Gigalith running a Sandstream Smooth Rock this time, because keeping Sandstorm up against his side of the field longer is only going to help me just get more chip. And, if you look at the rest of my team, nobody really cares about the Sandstorm damage, right? Because Empoleon, Flygon, Gigalith, and Houndstone with the Sand Rush ability are all immune to the sand damage. Comfey and Draining Kiss back to health. Eldegoss has Giga Drain and Regenerator to keep pretty healthy despite taking Sand Chip, so nobody on my team really minds taking the Sandstorm chip. In terms of moveset this week, again, kind of a mixed wall like my Empoleon. This is mainly to deal with things like the Talonflame. This can deal pretty well with stuff like Driftblim as well, depending on its Terra type, because it is a Terra Captain. But, yeah, this Gigalith is here to essentially get up the Sandstorm, set up rocks, toxic a few things, maybe slow things down with Rock Tomb, and rest is just to keep it around for a little longer, right? Set that sand maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the game, and in case my rocks get removed, I can keep them around for the late game and reset that. Finally, I have another Choice Band user this week, so I've got 2 Choice Bands. Choice Banded Sand Rush Houndstone. I've got Terra Psychic Fangs as my primary means of attacking his team. He's got no dark types on his team. The only psychic resistance he has, barring any, weird Terra types, would be Sliggoo. And so, needless to say, his team doesn't really take a banded Terra Psychic Fangs very well. So I was thinking of, switching this Houndstone into like a Rapid Spin from Tentacruel, blocking that, and then being able to spam the banded Psychic Fangs, trying to delay my Terra a little bit for the late game so that I can continue to have that option to spin block throughout the game if I can. If that's not possible, then it is what it is, but this is my dedicated spin blocker. Again, I really want to try and keep rocks up on his side of the field. It's going to be a little risky for him to click any of those removal moves with me having a Ghost type and a competitive mon on the team. For the rest of the moveset, I have Thunderfang just because his team's pretty bad against Electric. I don't really see myself clicking it, but you never know. If I get that specific endgame situation where it's just those mons weak to Electric left, then I probably will. Shadow Sneak is for priority. I didn't really want to bring Poltergeist because I'm probably going to be knocking off a lot of items. I didn't really want to bring Phantom Force because giving him an extra turn to pivot into what he wants is not a great thing. And finally, for my last move, I didn't really know what to put on, so I put on Trick so I can trick a Choice Band that doesn't really want a Choice Band. So, yeah, that's the team. Really, overall thoughts about this game. I'm really scared of 4 mons. First and foremost, the Golduck looks pretty scary against me. It could have Cloud9, and a Specs Golduck set looks like it does a lot of work against my team, to be honest with you. It could even be, somebody on his team could be Manual Rain, and he could hit me with a Swift Swim set. I don't really know. So that is potentially scary. This Ursaring could definitely do a lot of work against me. I was doing some calcs on like Guts Ursaring, and it really looks quite scary against my team, the numbers it's doing. Obviously, I've already talked about it a couple times, but the Shell Smash Torterra is very scary. And finally, the Driftblim is the last main threat, another Terra Captain, much like the Ursaring, but doing the Combine Strength Sap, Unburden shenanigans is definitely a threat every time it's on the enemy team. So, yeah, those are my thoughts going into the game. Hopefully you guys like the team. I'm going to scroll through everything one last time. And yeah, in just a moment, I will cut over to the game against Venice, Week 4. We need this win. We can get to 3-1. Sounds a lot better than 2-2, so let's get it. Alright, what's up, guys? Fudge here for the game against Venice. Week 4 game. And tell them the good luck, have fun as well. A couple of the threats, 3 of the threats that I talked about are here, right? The Ursaring, the Torterra, and the Driftblim. Can't say I'm very surprised about any of them coming here, as they're all very spooky. So with this being said, I talked about how in the Teambuilder is a little bit between Empoleon and Gigalith as my leads. He's got all 3 of his hazard removers here, which is something to note. I think I'm going to lead with my Empoleon. Ursaring is here. Without Guts active, I think I live anything he wants to throw at me. Right, let's see, he's 252. Adamant. No Guts active yet. Close combat. Yeah, I live that handily. I'm going to fire off a knockoff here. It's just free. Okay, so he's going to bulk up. It's pretty spooky. How do I want to deal with that? I think I deal with it by clicking the roar button. You click CQ, and I'm going to roar him out. Torterra comes out here. I talked about how in the team builder, if this thing comes out, I bring in my Comfey every time, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Seed bombs. Okay. Seed bomb is his move of choice. And it did 32%, so that kind of checks out for offensive. This is not one of his Terror Captains. If I Pollen Puff it, deals a good chunk. So I'm going to fire that off. Okay, this thing's likely Liquid Ooze to deal with my healing. But I think Tentacruel is a pretty free opportunity to bring in Napoleon and roost back up to health. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I block Toxic. Knockoff doesn't really do anything anymore because I've already got my item removed since it was activated. So I'm going to get this back to a healthy number of HP here. Ursaring comes back out. Important to note that he does not have the Eviolite anymore. That is a thing. He can either bulk up or he can Earthquake again. +1 Earthquake earlier did 78%. This thing's a problem. Is it ever an aggro Flagon switch here? I think it can be. And we're gonna go from there. He does Body Slam, which sucks, and it gets the para. Okay, that's really bad. Officially, really not good. Probably not my finest play in the world. Kind of wish I just stayed in and roared at this point. Now I'm likely slower than him, which sucks. Right. Trying to think what's the best thing to do here. He's got me in a bit of a bind, which really sucks. How well does Eldegoss take stuff from this? Got Body Slam, not Body Press, Body Slam, Earthquake. I'm gonna go Eldegoss. He does decide to bulk up. I'm gonna just Giga Drain. God, this is really not good, lads. Really not good. What's the fucking problem? He's super specially bulky too, because this calc is saying, well, actually. Yeah, this calc is saying I should do more than that. So he must not be max attack. No, he's definitely not, actually, if he's only doing that much. Anyway, I get Houndstone in on it. Man, this is spooky. I think I might need to get Sandstorm going. Get that chip. Can't give him a Guts boost. That would be terrible. I think I just gotta chip it down. I'm not gonna be able to get my rocks up this game, I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna try and pivot around it. Gonna try my damnedest. Go Houndstone here on the body slam. Nice. Okay, now I think I proc my Terra Psychic Fangs. I'm in position now. Okay, that pivoting was really, really good. I don't think that crit mattered. That positioning was really, really huge. Okay, this thing comes in. I do have aromatherapy in case I get burned. So I don't really think I care. So I'm gonna click. Does big damage, Flame Body does get triggered, and he wastes a turn using Willow. Okay. Fine. I think this could be my No, I'm just gonna get my kill, right? Yeah. Fine. So this dog's not useless. I'm gonna go into Aretha Franklin, try and mirror the Calm Mind, and I get it. Huge. Okay. This might be the comeback of all time, lads. Alright, I do have stored power. I do have the stored power. I'm currently +2 special attack, +2 special defense. Stored power is a clean 2-hit. I think I click it. Something's got to take damage here. Sliggoo comes in. Fair enough. I think despite being boosted, I do preserve this. This might be as good a chance as any to get my heal bell or my aromatherapy off. This might be the biggest aromatherapy of all time. As predicted, massive. I'm gonna click it again. Just cure myself as well. He's gonna start cursing up. I'm gonna go into Kowalski. I assume this thing gets body press, because Goodra does. I'm gonna knock this off. Get rid of that Eviolite. Massive. He's actually T-Bolt for my Empoleon. I don't think I care though. I don't really feel like playing this game. I'm gonna go into Flagon. On the T-Bolt. He is +1 on Curse. I can see him swapping here. I'm gonna U-turn. If he doesn't, then cool. If he doesn't, then I know he's gyro balling, and I can position accordingly. He does indeed swap. I'm gonna go to Kowalski. Kinda wanna knock this thing off as well. If he decides to like T-bolt me here, I don't think I care. How much do I take? If it's like max special attack, Thunderbolt. They don't die. Yeah, so you just swap. No point in me roosting here, right? Because T-bolt does this amount. So really no point in that at all. This might be my chance to get my rocks up. I am fast. Actually, I could rest. He does gyro ball, but it doesn't do anything. I set up my rocks. I think I could rocks then rest, especially if he stays in. Kroll comes out. If he wants to rapid spin right away, that's totally fine. I get my Houndstone in position. Now that Sliggoo is not Eviolite, Houndstone looks pretty good. He's gonna flip. Okay, so keeping rocks on his side. You just want to go Sliggoo again? He does. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine by me. He probably clicks Gyro here, which I do live on this Gigalith. Okay, he clicks Toxic. If he's Gyro, I guarantee you he's min speed, so I should be able to outspeed and rest for free. If I'm wrong, then that's unfortunate, but no, I am correct. I am correct. I'm gonna go Kowalski here. Probably defogs. No, he roosts. Okay. I'm gonna probably take the chance to do the same. If he wants to defog, then cool. Go Sliggoo. Go Sliggoo. I mean, I really don't care about this thing. I'm slowly whittling it down. I'm gonna use it to like actually kill sleep turns here. Wants to curse. Maybe I should respect it a little more. I'll go back and amp. Yeah, I'm gonna roar this thing out. Totally fine. Tort comes in. I'm gonna immediately go in Eldegoss, I believe. Now that my Mirror Herb's procced. Eldegoss is also here for this. Yeah, he does smash. He has White Herb, which sucks. It really does. But I'm going to weaken this thing with the Pollen Puff, and then I should be able to kill it with First Impression. Actually, it really doesn't do much damage to me. Rockslide did 36. 36, so if I Giga Drain it, should be able to live the next one. Okay, he just swaps actually, which is great because now his White Herb's procced. Might use this Talonflame as a means to get sand back up. Or should I get Empoleon back to health? Decisions. I think either is good. I think I can get sand back up. Doubles into the Drifloon. Citrus Berry Unburden. Okay. So I'm going to chip away at it with this Gigalith. And kind of wish I went Empoleon now. I really do. What's his Terra type? I didn't even look at this. Jesus. He's Terra Ground, okay. So that's probably his check for the Empoleon. I just go Comfey. I was gonna Strength Sap, but as I mentioned in the Teambuilder, this Comfey has terrible attack, so I don't really mind. I'm gonna Calm Mind once. Yeah. Okay. And then I Draining Kiss. Or do I Stored Power here, reading the Tentacruel switch in? Would he give up his Unburden? If he does, then cool. Can Stored Power kill from here? Does he go into Tentacruel? Again, I'm not healthy enough to care. He goes into this. Okay. If he goes into Tentacruel, I'm pretty sure I die to Liquid Ooze. So I'm surprised he's not doing that. But I mean, I'll take it. We'll take it and run. Talonflame comes out. I mean, I'm pretty sure this just invites in Empoleon. So I'm gonna do it. Does Flare Blitz. Not gonna get 2-hit KO'd by that, so I can roost up to full. Again, so he's Terra Ground on Drifblim. Okay. I've already knocked off. This guy has no item. If I can knock off this thing's boots, that'd be great, actually. Okay. He's gonna Swords Dance. Flame Body procs. Flare Blitz did 28%, so he's gonna do about 56 here. I'm gonna roar him out. Because with the recoil he takes, and he's gonna die to rocks when he comes back in. I'm just gonna click roar again here so he can't set up. I'm gonna let my Empoleon go down. Okay, he goes into Tentacruel, trying to spin the rocks away. Not gonna let him. Once again, I'm just gonna roar. Don't want him to get set up. Okay. Okay, now Torterra should die to a banded U-turn from my Flygon. So I'm gonna go for that. And if he swaps, then I get initiative. He knows I have U-turn. Oh, he lives on 1. That's really, really sad. Okay. So I'm gonna go into Eldegoss, I guess. That really sucks for my positioning. He can probably just go into like Tentacruel right now and Rapid Spin away my rocks. How much damage does this Eldegoss do to the Tentacruel? I can't 2-hit KO it, but he's not gonna be underspeeding me. Yeah, he does go Cruel. Yeah, okay. So he's going to be able to Rapid Spin away my rocks, but I don't know that I care. I mean, I still have my Gigalith to sit there in front of the Talonflame. Yeah, it is what it is. You try and bring in Talonflame now? No. Goes into this guy. So I'm just gonna bring in my Comfey on. She does kill it. Okay. I can just bring this out and Shadow Sneak. Seems pretty free here against everything. Actually, Shadow Sneak might just clean. He would have to go into Talonflame here and get the clear body, or the flame body. Oh, right. Terra. Okay. Right. But now he's a ground type. I'm gonna go into Flygon here. I think he's gonna set up. And he should be slower than me, so I'm gonna U-turn on the Strength Sap into Eldegoss. It's got low attack. Okay, he doesn't even Strength Sap. He just kills. Okay. A Bandit Earthquake should just kill, right? It's gotta. Goes T-Flame. Okay. Fine. I need to get this Gigalith woken up. He's coming back pretty nicely here, I have to say. I need my rocks up. I need to wake up. I need Toxic. Need to wake up. Desperately. Got the Toxic off. Gonna get my rocks up. And I guess I'm just gonna hit this to the best of my ability with the Rock Tomb. As soon as I kill this Drifblim, Rocks kills the rest of his team. He's got no boots on Talonflame. Yeah, so I think we're chilling. I'm gonna try and rest up. I'm gonna try and rest up for diff, but Venice dies to Toxic here. Actually, you know what? I can't. Because his only way at winning, I think, is somehow... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because he's got to get set up again, right? We're just in the same situation as we just were, except we go into Houndstone. I'm gonna trick it my Choice Band. Yeah, so now he's Choice Banded Drifblim. He can't break. Now he can't break. Torterra's dead to Rocks. And it's just a matter of waiting out this Toxic. Yep. Just a matter of waiting out this Toxic. Yeah, I don't think he lives. I don't think that crit mattered earlier. My calc said it did more than he had in HP. And he was super heavy in defense and SPDF. Maybe it did then. Well, I guess I'm sorry about that. We'll talk about it more in the post game, but that's going to be the game. Drifblim's going to die to the Toxic. Torterra's going to come in at 1% and die to the Stealth Rocks, and what a fantastic game. 76 turns, which is crazy. GG's to Venice. I think that was probably... I don't know. I've had quite a few close games this season, but that was probably the closest feeling one this season. It felt like I was really in a good position in that mid game, and he brought it back with some pretty good aggressive play. So really happy with that win. GG's to Venice. You played awesome. Don't really be discouraged by this. We'll talk in the post game if crit mattered or not, but yeah, GG's guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys all next week for my battle against Kesta. So yeah, see you guys.